is Ashanwa. Welcome to LAJA. This is a channel dedicated to African fashion, prints, and textiles. Here I share my love for textiles that are specifically from the African continent and the different ways you can incorporate them into their wardrobe and lifestyle. I also share about their history, their origins, and just so we can bring more awareness to the various textiles that exist within the continent. So if that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe to this channel. And before I begin, I'm going to share my outfit. I am currently wearing an Ankara dress. It's very simple and chic. It's off the shoulder. I really like it, and I just have it on with a belt. And I'm just using this to lounge around the house on today. I love the colors, and my makeup as well is also inspired by the look, as you can see. Yeah. So that is it for my look. I got this in Nigeria, so I don't have a link to where you can actually purchase it. But yeah, I just want to share my outfit of the day and how I styled it. My earrings are by Fulfill Jewelry. If you're interested in tassel earrings, let me just show you how they look like. So these tassel earrings are available for sale in different colors. I think I have them in 4 colors on my website, misslaja.com. They are handmade in Nigeria and made with love and very high quality, very stylish and chic. Another way you can support my channel is by purchasing my ebooks. I currently have 2 ebooks. The first is The Seized Textiles, The Controversial Origins of African Print, where you can learn about the origins of African textiles, and I share some styling tips and more. And then the second ebook is an Ika proverb ebook. So if you don't know, I'm from Delta State, and it is a book where I compiled all the proverbs from my parents, grandparents, and relatives into one place, so you can kind of garner some words of wisdom. So yeah, and with that, on to today's topic. We are talking about the fabric or the textile Adire, which is a textile of the Yoruba people. It is a type of dyed cloth from southwest Nigeria, traditionally made by Yoruba women using a variety of resist dyeing techniques. So Adire is a Yoruba word with Adi meaning tie and Re meaning dye. So it means tie and dye or tie dye. It's a material designed with wax resist methods that produce pattern designs in an array of tints and hues. It is common amongst the Egba people of Ogun State. So, onto some history. Initially produced in southwestern Nigeria, Adire Textiles traveled to northern Africa, to northern Nigeria, through the Yoruba traders and families. Some families who chose to migrate up north began creating Adire cloth to market to other women. Because it is usually made by women, patterns and themes of the Adire are passed down from mother to daughter within the family. So it's a maternal tradition, it's a maternal lineage tradition. However, certain motifs can depend on the artist's abilities and craftsmanship, as well as skills taught from older generations. The patterns of Adire are often representations of plants, animals, tools, and conceptual themes. Traditional themes are categorized in geometric, figural, and letters. So onto what it actually looks like. It's usually made from indigo dye. So indigo is like a deep blue shade. Right now, today, they can make it in an array of different colors. I'm actually working with my mom now to get me some Adire fabric from Nigeria so I can use it to sew some clothing. Once I have that, I'm going to create a video of how I've made them into clothing and styled them. But this is what the fabric looks like. You can see it's very rich, deep blue, and this is one pattern here. This is another pattern that's also pretty common, very, very attractive, and just I love the high contrast. So it's usually made with indigo dye, but today you can get it in an array of different colors, so like orange, pink, blue, red. Yeah. The earliest piece of Adire was probably simple tie-dye designs on cotton cloth, hand-spun and woven locally, kind of similar to those produced in Mali. In the early decades of the 20th century, new access to larger quantities of imported shirting material through the spread of European textile merchants in Abuekuta and other Yoruba towns that caused a boom in these women's entrepreneurial and artistic efforts, making Adire a major local craft in Abuekuta and Ibadan that attracted buyers from all over West Africa. Abuekuta is considered to be the capital of Adire making in Nigeria. However, some suggest that the large cities of Ibadan and Oshogbo are more important in Adire making because Adire dyeing began in Abuekuta when Egba women from Ibadan returned with this knowledge. The cloth's basic shape became that of two pieces of shirting material stitched together to create a woman's wrapper cloth. New techniques of resist dyeing methods developed. The tradition of indigo dyeing goes back centuries in West Africa. The earliest known example is a cap from the Dogon kingdom in Mali, dating to the 11th century, dyed in Oniko style. Let's see. So this is Adire Oniko right here. That's how it looks like. So that's the Oniko style. However, by the end of the 1930s, the spread of synthetic indigo, caustic soda, and an influx of new, less skilled entrants caused quality problems, and a still present collapse in demand. Though the more complex and beautiful starch resist designs continued to be produced until the 1970s, and despite a revival prompted largely by the interest of U.S. Peace Corps workers in the 1960s, they never regained their earlier popularity. So would I call this an endangered textile? I would say yes, much like a lot of African textiles, and that's why I really want to bring awareness to them so that we can all grow in knowledge and also hopefully patronize so we can keep these economies going. As of now, simplified stencil designs and some better quality Oniko and Alabere designs are still produced, but local taste favors Kampala, which is multicolored wax resist cloth, sometimes considered as Adire. However, there has been a recent revival of the Adire art by Nigerian professionals in the diaspora, such as Dr. Toyosi Craig, an innovator and energy expert, and the Nigerian artisans like my fave, Nike Davis Okundaye. She's the owner of Nike Art Gallery in Nigeria, who inspire younger designers like Amaka Osakwe with her label Makio. So Makio is a Nigerian designer, and even Lisa Folawiyo as well. I know she also works with Adire too. Political figures and celebrities such as Michelle Obama and Lupita Nyong'o have worn Adire inspired clothes recently, and yeah, so that's kind of how it's evolved into pop culture. It is a struggling textile, and I really hope you can bring more awareness into it. I'm doing my part by purchasing and incorporating it into my own wardrobe as well. And on to the next portion of this video, which is techniques on how the adire is actually made. Today, there are 3 primary resist techniques used in Nigeria. The first is onikon, which is what I showed you the first time. So over here, this process involves dyeing raffia around hundreds of individual corn kernels or pebbles to produce small white circles in a blue background. The fabric can also be twisted and dyed or folded into stripes. So with this adire onikon, you can see the circles on there, same as this one. So this is also adire onikon. The second technique is alabere. So this involves stitching raffia onto the fabric in a pattern prior to dyeing. The raffia palm is stripped and the spine sewn into the fabric. After dyeing, the raffia is usually ripped out, although some choose to leave it in and let it wear and tear on the garment, slowly revealing the design. So I don't think I have an image of the alabere style. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. And then the last is the eleko. And this resist dyeing is done with cassava paste painted onto the fabric. Traditionally done with different size chicken feathers, calabash carved into different designs are also used in a manner similar to block printing. Since the early 20th century, metal stencils cut from the sheets of tin that lined tea chest have been used as well. So most of the designs are named, with popular ones including the Jubilee pattern, first introduced for the Silver Jubilee of George V and Queen Mary in 1935. Another one is Olokun, who is the goddess of the sea, and Sonbebe, which means lifting up of the beads, and last but not the least, Ibadondu, which means Ibadan is sweet. So to kind of like bring everything together, Nigeria is known for its two-toned indigo resist designs created by repeat dyeing of cloth painted with cassava root paste to create a deep blue hue. The paste is then washed out and the cloth dyed one final time. Quality cloth is dyed 25 or more times to create a deep blue black color before the paste is washed out. Additional forms of indigo resist dyeing exist in other parts of West Africa. For example, the Bamana of Mali use mud resist, while Senegalese dyers use rice paste rather than cassava roots, and the Ndop of Cameroon use both stitch resist and wax resist. So that is it for adire. Tell me, do you have any in your collection? I'm about to add some to mine, and like I said, I will share with you once I do. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. If there are any other textiles you'd love for me to cover, please leave them down below and I will get into it. Bye.